What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show for the Boss Rush Network. I am, of course, LeRon Dawkins, and back with me, as always, are the beautiful, wonderful people that I podcast with every week. So, welcome back, Stephanie.
Thank you. Happy to be here to talk about some, I don't know yet, but fun stuff. Maybe not fun stuff. I don't know. I'm tired. Keep going.
And hello to you, Corey.
Hello. I'm very interested in these messages you're getting because of our podcast, Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. I can share it.
I know.
Do it.
This is why I'm a little flustered, guys. So if you thought that was a horrible intro, I did just get thrown off because I'm dating. I'm single and dating, whatever. And everyone's like, oh, you do a podcast? That's so cool. Where can I find you? Where can I find you? So I'm like, well, if I can't get a relationship out of it, I'm going to at least draw on some damn viewers. So I tell them. And
yeah, add a girl.
Live. And then I finally got a message with someone saying, I'd make you do these podcasts with a butt plug in you. By the way, I have not responded, but I got more messages just now saying, work you up to bigger and bigger ones, maybe even remote-controlled vibrating ones.
Jesus Christ.
Some people are brave.
Very brave.
Yeah,
Give
definitely.
them that, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. I don't
even.
I'm so glad I'm not dating anymore. I'm sorry, but
dating fucking sucks, especially online dating.
I met my wife online.
My question is, how do people think this is the right thing to do and say, though?
To be fair, though, Tinder and all these other things didn't exist.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Online dating has changed. So probably the time when you met your wife online is a lot different than now. Like, this particular individual was talking about fucking on the first day, and I said, I'm not down with that. And he apologized, so I'm like, all right, fine. Just check out my podcast. Big mistake. He's getting blocked now that I've got my fun messages to share on it. And maybe it's different. Like, I'm sure girls can be ruthless on online dating, but I just feel like it's with guys. Like, it's just these unwarranted dick pics and like, I want to shove a butt plug in you. Ha! Okay, thanks. Don't get me wrong. I can talk up a good game, but you got to read the room, man. Like, read the room.
Read the room.
LeRon, how are you tonight?
I'm
LeRon,
I don't know what I am like listening to this.
LeRon,
God.
I have to tell you, the last couple of weeks you seem really stressed out.
Oh.
Have I?
At least initially, like when we get on.
Really?
You seem just unrelaxed. Maybe a little
I guess
annoyed.
I can be pensive sometimes. I guess there is that. I don't know. I don't try to convey how high strung I am. I can be high strung sometimes, but I don't try to convey it that much. So I'm sorry if it's coming off like that, because Wednesday nights are the night.
Not during the show, but like sometimes, like when we first start, and I know I get like this too, but like you just seem like a little like today sucked, or like, I'm stressed out about something dumb,
Well, I will say, like, there's some stuff going on that's like in top of my mind. Like I don't know. I think a while back I explained to you guys that my mom has like gotten into this thing where it's like she's 69 years old, but all of a sudden she's acting like she's some old ass woman that nobody wants to come visit or come do stuff with and stuff like that. And so like every now and then I'll get on the phone with her, and I'm getting one of these woe is me stories, and it's like, as a matter of fact, I do know, like, we'd spoken about it, because I remember, like, you mentioned, like, you just looked one day at your parents, Corey, and you said, wow, like, my parents are getting older, stuff like that. And it's kind of the same revelation I had, but right now my whole thing is like, man, the way things are going, like, it's like is it time for me to like start asking mom is like her affairs in order? Like just to make sure like there's a will. Like if something happens to her, like me or my sister have powers of attorney and stuff like that. And that's just
Mhm.
one thing. Like
Yeah.
it's just job stress, and like trying to be like a good like significant other to my boyfriend and stuff like that. But just just a whole bunch of stuff. It's the stuff that drives men crazy and stresses us out and gives us heart attacks.
Mhm.
Before we're age 50.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I that whole notion of parents and stuff hit me this hard this week because my mom fell this week.
Oh,
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 Like,
is she okay?
well, my mom and dad went to the park, and my dad was like sitting on a swing or whatever, like just being an old guy, right? And then my mom was walking on the track, and she fell and hit her head pretty hard,
Oh shit.
and
mm,
she had to get stitches, and she hurt her wrist and like bruised her ribs and bruised her knees, and it was like, it was kind of like, how did you, like, it's one of those freak falls that you just hear about sometimes where somebody falls and hits their head wrong and they die, and it was like,
Yeah.
I thought about that a lot this week, and it was not something I really want to think about often.
Yeah, like is she fine though? Like there's no like
she's
no like
she's okay. I mean, she wasn't even going to go to the doctor, and
there's no
my
hemorrhaging and brain bleeds or anything.
no, my dad made her go, and she got all kinds of scans and x-rays and stuff, so she's okay. She's just banged up and has some stitches, but man, it was kind of scary to, you know
Yeah.
and she wasn't even going to tell me about it.
mm,
That's the worst part. It's like, what do you mean? You're 68 years old. You need to tell
yeah.
me about it because I'm your only child. you know
Maybe
and
I don't know. I don't know if it's their generational stubbornness or something. I mean, my dad's a lot like that.
hmm
My dad had hip surgery today. So
oh geez.
Oh,
yeah, that's a big one. He'll be
Mhm.
yeah.
discharged tomorrow.
Yeah, my
Uh,
hip surgery is no joke. My dad had it a couple years ago, and it's just, man, that's that's not a fun recovery. I mean, I guess it depends on how serious it was, but like, yeah, I don't know. And like, my cousin's health is scaring me a little bit recently too.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
so
well,
she,
this is the cousin with cancer though, right?
yeah, she went to the
Yeah.
hospital last night again because has blisters in her mouth and her throat, and
ooh,
Ooh.
it's a side effect of chemo, but like she's
Yeah.
just like not feeling great, and it's like, I mean, that whole situation is becoming more real than I want it to be, and it's just, man, I don't know. I just feel so sorry for her. I don't want her to be in pain, but also like you have that notion where you don't want them to be gone either. It's,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
man.
It's tough. I mean, just even before that, you wonder, are any of our parents going to have to be in a home or assisted living?
hmm
And then I wonder, do I need to do a will thing? Like, I don't even know when the right time to create a will is. My parents like, oh, when you get married, just for example, that's when you
hmm
make a will or something. Part of
Yeah.
me's like, I don't know if I should bother. I only have one child and I have no shit to my name because whatever equity I have will just go straight to all the stuff that I owe. So it's like,
Yeah.
well,
Stop buying all these video games, Stephanie. Maybe.
all the collector's editions, I
Yeah.
know. It's my own fault.
Um, yeah, I mean, my wife and I are kind of in the middle of that kind of thing right now where we're trying to like set up everything to make sure, like, oh, if something happens, like this happens, if this happens, what happens to my kids and all that kind of stuff. So,
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, God, I don't have kids, so like it's like I don't know. Like there's also a part of me, like I know millennials like think about this shit, but I think about this shit too. Like what have I done with my life? Like I feel like there's some shit that definitely like I did not like set myself up for when I was a younger adult that like as I get closer to 50, it's like, man, like I fucked that up. And wow, like
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy on the podcast tonight. I don't want to be that guy.
I mean, I just everybody messes up somewhere, right? I mean, it's just
Mm.
it's life. Life is messed up, and then I don't know. You come back as a tree, I guess. I don't know.
Come back as a tree. I would want to be a tree.
As long as I'm not the tree that gets split in half by lightning, I'm good.
It's fair. Or the one that gets cut, like the inside catches on fire when it gets struck by lightning.
Oh yeah, yeah. That like knowing knowing my luck though, like if I'm not the tree that gets split in half by like a lightning strike, I'll be the tree that our car gets wrapped around, but I will be intact.
That's fair.
Just somebody else's like blood and brain matter is all on me for the rest of my existence.
Delicious.
Speaking of delicious, we got some patrons to talk about, don't we?
We do. All of our patrons are delicious. Yeah.
That sounded very creepy.
That's fine. They like it. Look, if they're listening to this show, they know what's happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to support Boss Rush After Dark or any of our other podcasts here on the Boss Rush Network, you can head on over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. For just $1, you can subscribe to us and get early access to the Boss Rush podcast, Expansion Pass, Standard Definition, and, of course, After Dark. Patreon is a subscription service that allows you to support your favorite creators directly, and a lot of creators usually offer different tiers, and you get different perks based on tiers. Our $1 tier is our early access tier. Our $5 tier, however, is our Patreon producer tier. What does that mean? It means you get all the early access stuff of the $1 tier plus a Patreon producer credit shout out right here on this program, as well as our other shows during the month it's recorded. So, without further ado, our Patreon producers for this episode of Boss Rush After Dark are Quentin Jackson, Rebecca Jewell, Adriel Munger, my wife, Sana Dierig, and a new Patreon producer, everybody, Francisco Santillan.
Woo!
Again, I know I mentioned this on an episode of the Boss Rush podcast recently and Nintendo Power Block recently, but if I butchered your name, please DM us on Patreon and just let us know, because I don't, coming from a person who has a name that people just annihilate all the time.
Wait, which part of your name?
My last name.
Dierig.
Yeah.
Like I knew what your last name was the first time I looked at it without even without even hearing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people like to say During, Durg, Durig, Derek.
Okay, I can see Durig. I can see Durig.
Yeah.
Hey, people, I don't know. Some people get it, some people don't. Like my married last name is Klimov, and when you look at the letters, it very clearly is K-L-I, but they always say Kilmov. And that bothers me. I'm like, just sound it out, guys. Sound it out. K-I-L.
We're not gonna talk about how my name has been bastardized throughout the years, throughout the 47 years I've been walking this earth.
Really?
Yeah.
People are dumb.
Yeah, I feel like a word, a name that has 5 letters and is broken up into 2 syllables, should not be hard.
I know. It's like, what would they say?
At worst, you should get LeRon from this.
There's been worse. What? Okay, now
yeah, there's letters that have been put in my name that aren't even on the name in paper. So I've gotten Leroy, I've gotten LeRon, I've had Lorraine one time, and I'm like, how many extra letters did you throw in there? And stuff like that. Like it's crazy. I've got LaRue, and I'm like, really? Yeah, like. Yeah, and like I've heard it all now, because like the one thing you never want to do, like you don't want to call somebody out their name, right? But I've gotten to a point now whereas if someone calls me LeRon, like I would just be like, yeah, what's up, so like that, like unless it's like a true like you jacked up my name. Like I'm usually won't correct you at this point because I remember fighting all those battles when I was a kid. Like trying to tell teachers and adults like what my name was, and all of a sudden, I'm that smart aleck that's talking back to the adults and all this shit. And I'm like, no, just say my damn name correctly.
Say my name. Say my name.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna call you Leroy
Yeah.
from now on.
Because I mean, like shit. It's like, well, how would you like if I called you Bertha, Brenda? Shit like that.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Or if I call you Joe, Steve.
Fun fact: when I first started doing podcasts and content creating, I used to go by my middle name and not my last name because I didn't want people to butcher my last name because I was so tired of hearing it.
Corey Hudson, though. It rolls off the tongue well, though.
I know.
It does.
Yeah. I thought about doing that for a long time, and then I was like, nah, somebody's going to find out anyway.
I'm not telling people I'm not telling you guys what my middle name is on podcast tonight. I'm not. Like, I will tell you after show wraps, but we're not getting it on recording.
Eleanor.
Because that's another sticking point, of people not so much like going out of their way to like mispronounce your name, but going out of their way to use your name to embarrass you.
Why do people not like their middle names?
I like my middle name. I do.
Like my middle name,
but
too.
I don't like my middle name enough to put myself out there to be teased.
My wife doesn't have a middle name.
Like there's nothing wrong with any part of my first, middle, or last name, in my opinion. As a matter of fact, like my last name Dawkins, like that's a really distinguished last name. Like
sounds like you're an athlete.
I tell people, I was like, if I want to marry you, you should be honored to take this strong ass last name.
Well, see, here's the thing about names. Like, I don't, claim to be perfect when trying to pronounce everybody's name. But, like, at bare minimum, I just ask people, and I do so myself, is sound it out. Don't add letters. Don't remove letters. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's like we all learned how to read by by using phonics or phonetics and stuff like that. So like same thing applies, just look at it for a second, as the most skilled reader, they always pre-read their stuff before they actually start reading it, if that makes any sense, like you usually scan your words, right? And this is where, and I feel like the older we get, like the more dyslexic we become, because like I swear, like I look at some really common words and I will misread it the first time, and I was like, wait, I'm better than this. Like, what?
Yeah.
How did I wind up like turning this word into an anagram? Like, oh God. Like, I'm looking at the keyboard right now. I'm looking at the caps lock key, and an anagram for caps lock is cock slap, right?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Cock slap. I'm gonna
see this is where my shattered ass ADD ADHD mind goes.
It's all right, but that reminded me of it's not a full topic, but like a mini quick topic that I wanted to ask, and it's very kind of related just because of, but we can finish this. Cock slap.
Look at it. It's exact same letters.
Huh.
Interesting.
A whole new word. Well, actually, caps lock is 2 words, but we take caps lock.
I'm like staring at the key now. I'm just like staring at it.
Sounds like one of Stephanie's dating app messages.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
And it's mostly about butt plugs or being pegged. Like,
how
a
are
lot
you
to do with the asshole.
How are you? Yeah. How are you? Okay.
Does Stephanie come off as a pegger?
No, I look at Stephanie. I'm like, I don't see anywhere where one of her extracurricular activities is pegging dudes.
I would not judge a man for liking to be pegged, because I don't. What's that phrase? Like, I will never yuck someone's yum, like, for whatever reason. But
I'm gonna tell my male listeners right now, like you don't know what an orgasm is. You have a prostate orgasm. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Right, and I've read it in Cosmo. Fine, no problem. I just personally, I I've never done it, so I might be a little hesitant in doing it just because I'd be afraid of hurting someone or like ripping their intestine apart. I don't know. Like I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
you're not. So you're not like the average woman. It's just like, no, it's a dude's butt. No, I'm not going there.
I mean, like I said, I'll be hesitant, but if whoever I'm with says, "Hey, listen, it really turns me on. Like this is what I like," I would be open-minded. Like I will do my best. But yeah, but I would never fist someone there because I don't want my hand
Oh,
touching it.
see, we went to a whole new level.
Well, yeah.
We started here. And then we got to here, and now
and now we're like way over there.
Stephanie went from here to like 3 rooms that way, and in the attic with the creepy people.
Well, you know.
Yeah, the creepy guy in the attic just looking down through like the air conditioning vent. Like, damn, girl, you wild.
Yeah.
But no, well, I give people, men credit for willing to try it too, because some of the really closed-minded ones that automatically assume that if you like to be pegged, you're gay.
You're gay, yeah.
Or you're homo.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like.
No, I've always been very appreciative of especially a man that like knows what they're into sexually, because knowing your own sexuality does not mean that you're anything that you don't want to label yourself as. Like, if you don't want to be called anything but straight, like the fact that you're in tune to your own body gets you off. Like, hey, like I stand for it. Just like like I can't slut shame anybody. Like I got some stuff that would definitely get me slut shamed.
All right, I'm just gonna ask it flat out then. So, have you heard the term BDF? BDF?
BDF? No.
Isn't that a band?
Is it?
I don't know.
Anyway, because I've been Corey, I've been listening to 90 Day Gays. They're a podcast that talks about like 90 Day Fiance. You should tell your wife.
She probably listens to it.
Text her. Anyway, they're amazing. These two guys, like one's a life coach and one's a psychologist or something. So they don't just like talk about the show. They actually kind of psychoanalyze them. That's why I like them. And they're hilarious as fuck. And they talk about which guys have BDF, and it's big dick face.
Big dick face.
Like,
I've never heard that term before.
So it's like they can quote unquote judge a guy about whether or not he has a big cock by his face, by his looks. Like, oh, that guy is BDF energy. So I'm like, oh, okay, have you guys heard of the term? And do you feel like you can tell if a guy's got like a big dick energy or big dick face?
No, because no, I honestly can't, because I don't know. See, number one, like, as far as like my game bisexuality that I'm talking about right now, like, I'm not really a size queen. I'm not. So like like, in all honesty, like if it gets past a certain length, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm checking out of this. So like, I don't just like. I get where the term big dick energy comes from. It's like it's about their cockiness or swagger or whatnot. But I don't just automatically go there like, oh, he must have a big dick because he's like this, nah. Because that's if that's true, then we definitely know that guys that drive jacked up trucks and stuff, like they got little dick energy.
Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've never really like looked at a guy and was like, I wonder if his physical attributes attribute to his dick size, right? Like, I just never crossed my mind, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can never really tell. It's the same thing about the whole hands and feet thing. That's not always 100% true, because I dated a guy whose foot size was almost my foot size, but he was not small by any means.
See, yeah, like that's another thing. I don't get like the correlation behind like certain attributes of your body, like automatically like correlating to how big or how small your dick is. I don't get that either. And then again, like I have people, like when I am on dating apps and stuff, I have people coming at me and the first thing they want to know is how big is my dick, because I'm black. I'm black and I'm over 6 feet tall and stuff like that, and I'm like,
must be huge.
I mean, I'm not.
No dicks on YouTube.
I'll just say this. The man is no the man is no what is it? No match for the legend. There we go. When it comes to myself, the man is no match for the legend.
And like I'm definitely not implying that bigger is better necessarily. And every time why do I feel like I get in these conversations with men a lot? They're like, no, you're just saying it.
If I'm basing some things off of what I've seen in porn, like guys with big dicks, they don't stay hard.
Yeah, it's like
yeah. That should also give people an idea of like how many big dicks I've run across in my life. There we go.
But I also don't like micro penises, as one of the 90-day gays mentioned, that it looks like a cashew in a bird's nest.
Or just a second belly button. Wait, what's the name of this group? What's the name of those guys?
90-day gays. They explain a micro penis is like a cashew in a bird's nest.
Oh my god.
90-day gays. I see reality gays. I don't see 90-day gays.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they renamed them. Are they like picture of two guys? One's a redhead.
Yeah.
Those are them. They're fabulous.
Okay.
Oh, I just got another message from a different person.
Read it.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
First look. Read it out loud.
I bet you look really hot wearing a brutally large strap-on.
Okay, you're being trolled now. You're being trolled.
No, this is a different person.
Oh, okay.
This is a different person. See, there's just something really big about being pegged, I guess.
So how big are they talking? Are you just talking like something that, like looks like it could be anatomically correct? Or are we talking like something from like baddragon.com?
About what?
What?
Oh, you don't know about that website?
No.
What?
What?
Baddragon.com is a dildo website, but it's all like animalistic like stuff,
Oh. I'm actually scared of using a dildo, not because of what you may think, but I don't think I have the stamina, despite being a cardio person, to fuck someone with a dildo like how a man fucks. I just can't. I don't
trust me. We don't have this.
I don't know.
Man.
Anyway, that was like I just wanted to ask.
That's why legit some dudes only last like 2 minutes.
Gotcha. Well, and that's why they like women on top so much. But even then, for me, my thighs burn, and I'm like, I'm tired, and I collapse.
Nah, woman on top gets me in trouble.
Should we not call it woman on top? Is there another term for it? Because it's
cowgirl. It's cowgirl.
Cowgirl. Sorry.
Or cowgirl, cowboy, depending on your preference.
Okay, that's more gotcha.
Yeah.
Cowboy, cowgirl position.
I was just gonna go with the basic straddle position, but
Corey, you're so basic.
I'm a simple man, I guess.
Who's your? Are your parents the cleavers? What? The straddle position?
Gee golly, mister, I just like the simple stuff.
He's talking about the simple stuff. We've heard your sleazy sex stories.
This is from another time. I would say 3.5 years, 4 years ago, almost now. Nope. Plus 9 months. I don't know.
So basically, it all went away as soon as you got married. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying children change a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. They are like the biggest cock block.
Ugh.
Okay, I tell you a funny story. Maybe I told it already, so forgive me if I told it again.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
The last person I dated, I was with this guy for a while, like over a year. But it took me a while to eventually have him over on the same night as my son. Like, it took a while. When that finally happened, like, no PDA in front of my kid. I put my kid to bed. Okay? Put my kid to bed, and I'm ready to get it on, right? I put on a outfit. Like, if we're thinking outfit, let me just kind of skirt around the description. Leather was involved.
Oh, boy.
Nipple clamps are involved.
Damn.
Okay, collars are involved. So that's where we're going. And then I close the door, obviously, and I lock it, right? Because and I wasn't sure if I should lock it because my son has never by that time come into my room after I put him to bed. Once I put him in, he stays in his room. But I'm like, you know what? Just in case. And guess what? The kid tried to come into my room.
Ah!
And I'm like scrambling with my fucking nipple whatever thing clamps, and I like wrap myself in a bath towel, unlock the door, and poke my head out. I'm like, "What do you want, honey?" He goes, "I just wanted to see if you're still there." I'm like, "Mommy's still here." He's like, "I can't sleep." I'm like, and I go and grab my laptop. I put SpongeBob on. I'm like, "Go to bed." Mommy needs to finish something. Oh man, that was wild. So kids can be a cock block, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Not great.
Corey's like, "Why did you put that image in my brain?"
I'm still stuck on nipple clamps. I'm like, that sounds like it hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's not.
It hurt. It does hurt, but some people, Corey, like pain.
I understand that, and
I've
been there.
I'm kind of in the middle.
You been there? You had nipple clamps on yourself?
Yes, but also
Yes.
This is the clip. This is the pre-show clip. This is it right here.
Silence.
No, okay, so
wow.
Yes, but also took them off immediately because they hurt so bad. That's the story. There's no more story other than that.
Were they like barbed? You know what I mean? Like
I
how,
don't know
bear,
what you mean.
bear
They
traps
were
are?
clamps, LeRon.
You know
they
how
just
bear
clamp
traps
down.
are? You know how like bear traps are where they have like with serrated. Basically.
It was not a bear trap. First of all,
I know it's not a bear trap, but you know what I mean. Like they have the teeth. They have the teeth. You know what I mean?
No, they did not have teeth. It was just like
okay.
It was
just basically some stuff that
it was basically
like
a glorified like clothespin that you hang clothes out on the line.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Basically, like a chip clip.
Damn.
You know?
You got some sensitive nips.
Oh, yeah, I do. I don't look, these are private property. No entry, okay?
I could take a little pressure online. Not much, but I mean I could take a little bit.
No, not into the pain.
Yeah, well, you can kind of guess that I might have some psychological issues if I'm into that. But hey, it's all good.
Also,
no one gets hurt.
And here I am sitting here thinking like I like hot wax, but you know, like
also
there's an art to that though.
Someone bit my nipple so hard one time, and
see, that's some bullshit.
Started. There is some blood. I did
Wait,
not
they break
enjoy it.
Oh, see, yeah,
blood.
No, they're.
So okay, I've
also
have had giant scratches on my back.
Isn't that a badge of honor though?
It not when you have to go into work the next day and then work a 12-hour shift and people are like, you know, hitting you on the back.
Sorry, that's how we mark our territory, okay?
It was marked all right.
Oh, I leave a mark every time.
Yeah, I just it was a good time in my life though.
One thing I absolutely hate is getting a hickey. That's one thing I hate. I don't get them that often.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. Here's that burn where I said I burned myself.
Oh yeah,
like a hickey. It looks like a hickey, but that's a burn.
It does look like a hickey.
Which, by the way, what is it with men not liking their nipples played with? I've never met a man that doesn't like his nipples played with. I don't
have a problem. I don't have a problem having my nipples played with, but you can't just like traumatize them.
Okay.
No biting, no scratching, no clamping.
No. You can bite. You can bite my nipples.
Nibble.
But
nibble.
Nibbling is. I feel like nibbling is. I don't know. You can bite my nipples, but what I'm saying is like, do not use so much force that like launches me off the bed. You know.
Yeah. Ouch. Now I just want to do this.
I think she's frozen now.
I know.
Oh no. You guys look frozen to me.
We hear you.
Do you want me to just leave the call and come back?
Just turn your camera off and turn it back on.
Oh.
Now, I just want to do this now, though, LeRon. I just want to, like...
I don't know what this is. I can't see.
He crossed his arms. He crossed his arms across his chest. Yeah, okay. like drop and come back in.
All right.
Bye.
Oh no, I'm like I can't. I got the rainbow cartwheel
Oh,
circle
you
of
got the
death in the
rainbow
back.
wheel of death.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something's about to crash.
All right. Bye.
Mm.
We should pause the recording right there.
Nah, let's just keep going. She'll be back in a minute. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, like I've got like a freaky side, but I'm not out there, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean I definitely was way more I guess experimental in like my 20s than I would be now, you know.
Mm.
So I don't know. Just the pain though, man. Pain. Pass.
Yeah, I'm not big on pain. Like, like I don't know, like it kind of takes me back to back to that childhood, like, like when you're like when parents were like spanking you and whipping you, and like I'm not trying to experience that again.
Yeah. Just the traumatizing childhood is why I don't like my nipples pinched, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, but then but then you run across that one person that's like, yeah, just beat my ass. And it's like, you do realize I just lost my boner because you said that.
Yeah.
LeRon had a boner?
No,
yeah, you
not
missed
right
it.
now.
He showed it to me.
Aw, come on. I missed the best part.
No, we're talking about people who throw you for a loop, like, like you're doing freaky stuff, and they'll say something like, "Oh, beat my ass" or something like that, and it's like, what?
Oh, like random things that they blurt out, and you're like, hold up.
Yeah, like I don't think I got the permission slip for, you know.
I don't understand the spanking either. That's one
What?
I don't get.
No, if it's playful, I get it. If it's playful, I get it.
No,
but not
it's
some shit where like you tie them you tie them up to a wall and then you just start wailing on
no.
them.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about tying people up. That's kidnapping.
I have a rule. Like, I can be tied up or I can be blindfolded, but I cannot be both at the same time.
But yeah, I don't know. I just when you're like playfully doing it and they're like harder, and then you like can't. It hurts you to slap so hard. Like my wrist,
Well,
I
then
need
get
that.
a prop. Stop complaining and get a prop.
What prop?
Like,
Stephanie's gonna send him a writer's
I'm
prop.
out of Spencer's gifts.
oh, I don't have it. I used to have it right on my bedstand. Never mind. I had a like leather thing that has hearts on it, so when you use it, you leave little hearts.
Welts?
Yeah.
Little heart welt?
Your kid's probably playing with it, thinking it's like some sort of toy right now.
Well,
I'm gonna surprise my boyfriend next time we're about to hook up.
Back in the day, outfits were the thing.
There's not a thing now.
I mean, like that was the thing that got me going was outfits and costumes and stuff.
Like your partner dressing up, or you dressing up,
No,
or
I
you
don't dress
both
up.
dressing up?
No, I'm not dressing up. I'm not. No.
Hey,
I'm not saying you have to roll out in like freaking like fishnets and a freaking like a Catholic schoolgirl like skirt or some shit.
Right. Like for me, if a guy wore even like a suit,
Hold
like
on,
a tie, like
hold
a
on,
shirt
Corey.
and tie, or a police uniform.
What, LeRon?
Corey used to play sports, so come on. I know you did some sports role play with one of your girlfriends.
I mean,
There you go.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Thinking about it.
I am thinking about it now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like shit, I used to be in the military, so yeah, like every now and then my uniform was a prop.
I've seen some military props before, yes, as well. They weren't government issued, but they were just like ones you found at like I don't know, whatever stores existed back then. Couldn't just order everything off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a cop was one, firefighter was one, cheerleader
Damn.
was one.
Wait. You dressed up as all these?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I think
Damn.
you'd make a very pretty cheerleader.
Thank you. I prefer the longer skirt than the short one. I have big legs, so you know.
See, now I have this image. Oh God. Corey in a pair of Spanx. Oh my God. Now's an image that God it's gonna take at least like a few drinks to burn that one out of my skull.
Thanks for doing wonders for my self-esteem there, LeRon. Appreciate it.
No, it's
It's already
you know
low
how,
as
like,
it
you
is.
always-
Okay.
Okay. Let's put it like this. You know how there are things that you don't want to catch your parents doing. Like, yeah, like thinking about you in a cheerleading outfit is one of those things I would not want to catch you doing. That's all.
Has that been a topic? Can I just say, since you mentioned that, I was at my mom's house because my dad had surgery, and she said they might get a call from the doctor. So can you be around? So I was. While I was there, my mom, bless her, I love her. She was talking the entire time. I was trying to focus and work, and she goes, "Can you help me with a couple computer stuff?" Fine. So I helped her with
God.
the last one was when you're in your Gmail, and you know how there's like the Google Hangouts at the bottom left where if you can see if people are online and people can enter Google Hangouts there, like a live chat.
Yeah.
My mom's like, one time there was a woman that popped up in your father's email chat and it said, and my mom said it without even like flinching. She goes, "Do you want to see my wet pussy?" And I'm like, I really, A, did not want to hear you say that. B, I don't want to imagine my dad. I don't know how. I don't want to know. And like, it's one of those things where I did not need to be a part of this conversation.
Well, shit. Like your dad's got it going on because like every time I'm in Gmail, it's always like lonely housewives want me to come and have Viagra.
No, but see, I don't want to see or hear that with my dad because I already had a traumatizing experience. Once I was at my house before I moved out and I heard my dad watching porn and I was so disturbed.
Ooh.
So disturbed. I was really upset. I walked out of the house. I couldn't handle it.
Ooh.
Like, and it's not like I'm naive in a sense like
yeah, everybody has sex.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be near. I don't want to know that it's going on. Put the volume low and close the damn fucking door.
You should like bang her door like, here, you need these. Give her some AirPods.
Yes, dude. I wish AirPods were invented back then.
Oh shit.
I lost my AirPods recently.
Watching porn?
Yes, watching porn. I don't know where they went. I had them in, and they just disappeared.
They're fairly inexpensive though, right? They're not super expensive to replace because I think Apple knew that people were going to misplace and lose those things, right?
No, they're super expensive. You have to buy new ones.
How much are a pair? Are we talking like expensive like Joy-Con controllers?
AirPod Pros are $200 on sale on Amazon right now.
Wow.
I think I left them.
Oh, you're fucking right. $250? Oh my god.
I think I left them at work.
Did you link them to your phone so you could find it?
I did,
yeah.
But my phone says they're in one place, and my computer and my laptop say they're in another place. And my other laptop says they're in my driveway. So,
oh shit.
Which made me think that
I feel
they
like
were in my car.
Is believable.
It made me think that they were in my car, so I tore my car apart looking for these things, and they weren't in there. I think I left them at work, and I haven't been there for 3 weeks because whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. I had someone check it for me at work the other day, and they said they weren't in my office, so I don't know.
That sucks.
And man, it just really sucks.
It does. I'm sorry.
Man, $200.
But
Just gone.
have
Gone.
have either of you had the displeasure of hearing or witnessing family members going at it or by themselves going at it?
I do recall hearing my parents have sex, like when
I
I was a teenager. I do recall that, and the sad part was like it wasn't like they were super loud, and it wasn't like I was going out of my way to listen, but I could hear them. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Mhm.
and it's one of those things that's like it's definitely uncomfortable to like be witness to. So God.
I never have. Like I don't know why or how or whatever, but I just never
You
have.
are lucky.
Lucky you.
Well, I know you made this joke earlier, LeRon, that Beaver Cleaver or whatever, but my parents sleep in separate rooms. Like they like
You know, I've learned that, you know, like married adults do that, and it's for certain reasons, like somebody snores or someone's just a wild sleeper in the bed, you know, and stuff like that, you know. You know, so I wouldn't always say that's weird, but man, how did it make sense like watching all those old school sitcoms and like seeing them in like two different beds?
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
where it's like it and we all know that was never true. Like it's a TV thing. We all know it was never true. Like well, I mean, unless they're like living in the 1800s, yeah, then you know, like yeah, like there were definitely like I know there was like households where like men and women slept in separate beds and stuff like that. And the only time they came together was when it was time to have kids.
I'm watching a Sunbreak trailer, LeRon. Not to like change the subject or anything.
Oh,
I think Corey really wants to change the subject.
I mean, I don't care either way. I just
Sorry,
I heard one of my kids crying and I'm trying to figure out if I need to get up or not.
Oh no,
Ah,
it's so late too.
the
I know.
uber uncomfortableness of like our of knowing our parents have sex. Knowing our parents have sex, you know, recreationally, you know.
Yeah.
Why are we wait? Why are we like this? Because like because
Why
like
are we like this? I don't know. That's such a broad question.
because we as adult individuals ourselves, like yeah, we'll talk about sex all day long and stuff, and we acknowledge everybody has sex, but it's just something about the parents having sex is like, oh, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah, and I don't understand the psychology of it either, because especially as a full-grown adult, and I know full well everybody has sex. Clearly, that's how I got here, and it's totally normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never, ever want to hear experience. It's just, yeah, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a family thing, because like I've heard my friends, like when we were in college, because you know in dorms the walls are super thin. Like I've heard other people have sex, and it was annoying, but it really didn't bother me half as a fraction as badly as
Mm-hmm.
family. I don't know. And that's why like I want to avoid scarring my son that way. I also reverse never want to walk in on my son if he is
Masturbating.
that's my worst nightmare, not because I don't condone it. I know it'll happen. I know it's natural and normal. I just don't want to see it or hear it.
Yeah, and it's the overall embarrassment on both sides.
Yeah. I just wish I could just well, no, I can't talk to him now about it because he doesn't.
Nah, he's too young.
I can't do it.
Well, sometimes I wonder. He's always freaking grabbing his. I call him his wee nuts. Like he's always grabbing it.
Little boys are always doing that.
But it's in every picture, so there'll be like this nice family picture. It's ruined because his hand's just tugging on it. Just tugging on it. I'm like, come on, dude.
Get him better underwear.
I changed his underwear for that. I thought maybe it's like hugging close to it. I bought him like a size bigger, and he's still like just tugging.
All right, for a second there, I thought you were about to say, yeah, you got him like little boy boxers, and I was like, oh, come on now.
I got him little boy boxers. I got briefs. I got boxers. I tried everything.
No, like young boys are fat. I want. Corey, what would you say? What would you say is the age where like young boys stop doing that? I want to say it's like 9 years old.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like checking out little boys tugging their shit.
Well, you know what? Here's the cool thing about it. You have a son
Here's
now,
the
so
cool
like
thing about it.
you have a son now, so
Yeah.
you will notice it more often than not now.
Right. Like I obviously only noticed because it's my son,
Hold on.
and his kindergarten teacher actually emailed me and says he does it so much it's distracting to the class.
Oh shit. Oh shit! Actually, Corey, I was about to ask you: has your son hit the phase yet where he's taking his own diaper off?
No.
That's usually when boys discover themselves, like when they start taking their own diaper off.
Yeah, he's not ready for that yet. Yeah, I don't know. He's an interesting fellow, though. His new thing is to growl. Like a lion, like a lion, like he'll just like he'll like sit, like he doesn't walk yet, but he'll stand up on his knees, and he'll put his hands up like this. He'll be like rawr, and then he'll like pounce on you. He'll be like
so cute, so cute, much cuter than tugging at your privates. So
is he crawling or walking now?
He's crawling. He's going to walk any day now. He just doesn't want to, I don't think. He's at that point where, like, he'll stand by himself. Like, he can stand, but he just, like, when he wants to move, he'll just crawl, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we've been, like, practicing with him up and down the hallway and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But he just wants to walk, or he just wants to crawl. I'm like, whatever. My daughter did that, and then one day she was just running around the house.
Yeah.
Good times.
Such young, innocent, cute things, and then everyone becomes a sexual deviant. Or could just be me.
My daughter started ballet today, though. So
oh yeah?
Aww.
Yeah, she loved it. Yeah. Well, like they have like this free trial this week, and my daughter loved it so much that my wife just signed her up. She's going. It's like 2 or 3 times a week, and she's so it's. My daughter's been kind of like in this weird kind of like, I mean, I don't know if 3-year-olds can get depressed, but she's been like in this funk recently where like she just like wants to be by herself. She's like kind of mopey, and I think it's because school's over, and like some of her friends, like when she sees them at the park, they're playing with other kids, and I think she's like coming to terms with like sometimes her friends play with other kids, and she doesn't understand why they're not playing with her, you know. But like today was the happiest my wife and I have seen her in like probably 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh,
because you got a social child.
She loved, like, oh my gosh, she was so happy, and my wife bought her little ballet shoes because she was nervous, and like, oh my gosh, my kid was so happy today, and like it was a nice change of pace.
aww.
So I don't know, she's just been in a little bit of a funk, and it was nice to see her be excited and happy about something.
For sure.
Oh. That's all. That was my kid moment.
Oh, that was a good kid moment, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She does run around the house with no pants on all the time, though. That's like her. That's like been her thing for like 2 months, where like she'll be watching like cartoons or something, and she'll just randomly take her pants off and just walk around the house with it.
That's awesome.
She'll leave a shirt on, but she'll take her underwear and her pants off, and she'll just be half naked. She thinks it's funny too, and she'll like go to answer the door and stuff and not put her pants on. And like, you can't go outside with no pants on, kid. Why?
Why?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She colored her feet blue today also when she got home, because she said she wanted to be a Smurf. It's like, okay.
That is so cute.
It's like her whole feet.
Yeah, her whole, like, wasted a whole marker just coloring herself.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
It's not the first time either, but
My question is, how badly she cried bloody murder when it's time for bath?
Oh man, she was so worn out. Like she's in this phase where like she should probably take a nap, but she doesn't. And like sometimes at the end of the day, she's just so overly tired that she'll just like cry because she's so
She's
tired.
yeah.
And that was today. And I I told you guys before we started recording that like she fell asleep before like we ended our bedtime routine because she was so tired. And so did I. But
It's interesting how like when we're young, like we're so tired we don't realize the best thing to do is just go to bed, go to sleep.
yeah.
Well, yeah, like I don't I've never understood. That's the one psychological part about kids I will never understand. You know, like when you're overtired, but you're pissed off and upset about the fact that you're over. But then again, I don't know. Like sometimes when I absolutely am ready to go to bed, need a nap. Like I can get a little irate, you know. But at the same time, like I just need to go to fuck to bed.
Yeah. We just catch ourselves before. Yeah, they don't know their own limits, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Kids.
got another comment about people checking out our podcast, but this one's not a dirty one. But I still want to
Aw,
share.
no, dirty
good.
ones are the only ones.
He says, your pod seems like a big deal. You have a whole network. Nice work.
I'm
Yay.
just part of the network.
We
I
should,
don't have the
we
network.
should have called ourselves Big Deal Network.
Big deal network.
Yeah.
Kind of a big
That's
deal.
that's our alt.
Mm.
Yeah. Buy it, LeRon. Buy the domain right now. BigDealNetwork.com.
Big deal network. Hold on. Let me go to GoDaddy right now and see if it's there.
Is it there?
Let's see.
Tell us.
Big deal network. Search. Yep.
It's
Yep.
available.
It's there. BigDealNetwork.net, .org, .life, .us, .networks.com. So let's see.
Hmm.
What's
There's
a
no.
dot life?
I don't know what a .life is.
You can buy other things than .com and .net now. Like
I didn't even know .life existed.
Yeah.
it
But
does.
there's .co.
Hmm.
So com is gone, but co is there.
Hmm.
We can get that for a penny for the first year.
A penny. Buy it.
Oh, shit.
Get it.
Yeah, but bigdealnetwork.com is taken.
I will mail you a penny.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Oh,
don't
that
tell me. I
reminds
might
me.
do this.
That reminds me. I gotta check something. Speaking of mailing people money.
You know what I'm going to mail you?
Nothing.
Nipple clamps.
Great.
You're welcome.
I swear, like Corey's gonna like get us in chat when hey guys, guess what? And we're gonna see his sullied nipples in it.
I'm gonna. I imagine him like in the office during that 5K episode where Andy like tried to protect his nipples because they were sensitive to chafing,
Mm-hmm.
and they were bleeding through his shirt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, gross.
Oh, also, just keep nipples, all right? So another thing about nipples. Sorry. I was watching 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, and there's a dude who got a tattoo around his nipple, which I thought was the most tacky, trashy type of tattoo, like getting a tattoo around your nipple. I don't know.
Like I mean, was it like an obvious circle?
Yeah, like a very
Oh,
obvious
shit.
circle.
Hmm.
I don't know. Would you ever get a tattoo around your nipple? I don't know. It's kind of.
I don't know. I've been toying with the idea about tattoos in general because I don't like needles. So, and the thought of sitting there for 2 to 7 hours getting this needle stabbed into your arm for that long sounds terrifying.
Yeah, imagine that, but on your nipple.
Hmm.
When it comes to tattoos, like I'm at that age now where it's like I'm probably only gonna get one tattoo, so I'm gonna kind of go all out. So like I might have like the whole rock thing where it's like half of the pec and like all halfway down the bicep.
That's gonna look awesome, but be painful as fuck.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Uh,
Like I don't like pain and discomfort, so I see that being like a multi-session one.
not not tattoo related, more adjacent. It's about a piercing. I worked with a guy who had his dick pierced, and he had to leave work because he ripped it out.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
How?
I don't know. He got his pants caught on something, and like it was at the restaurant, like the freezer doors, like the condiment unit doors, like he got his pants stuck on one of the door handles, and his ring got caught in it too, and he ripped it.
Oh my god!
So how does a penis piercing work? Is
I
it
don't
just like
know how
through
it
the dick,
works.
or just the
Yeah.
top?
They usually go through the urethra, so it basically goes top down, basically.
Please stop.
Basically, like it's one of those. I'll be honest with you. Like, well, number one, I can't do it. Like that's
I don't like this one
I've
bit.
I've had body piercings. Like I've had my nipples pierced and stuff like that. But there's no way I'm getting a below the belt piercing.
What benefit is that?
See, that's what I don't know. And the crazy part is, like, I don't like guys with dick piercings. They're wild because like they will show you and like no qualms about it. Like it's not even the gay thing. Like they will just show you. Like if you have like even the slightest fascination they have a dick piercing, they will probably offer to show it to you. Like,
But I just don't get the purpose. Like I get why a tongue ring is hot because of why, but like why would you want a piercing to go through your urethra? Like I don't.
me neither. And I've asked people that I know that have had like Prince Albert and dick piercings before. It's like when it comes out, like guess what? Like like how men already get teased about the fact that we can't never piss straight into the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah, when you have a hole in when you have a hole in the bottom part of your urethra, like you're getting a multiple stream thing at that point, and stuff like that. Like as a matter of fact, like a lot of guys that had piercings will tell me like whether past or present, like they'll tell me I was like, oh, I just sit down to pee. Like it's
Is that for life?
yeah. Oh, that's the one hole that doesn't close up.
Yeah.
I don't like any of this.
And also I've watched enough porn to where like having a piercing ruins the money shot. Having a piercing or
does that come out everywhere too?
Yeah, having a piercing or having a remnant of a piercing, like it ruins the money shot in my opinion. I didn't come here for this.
Oh no.
I feel hurt. No. I feel hurt right now. Everything
now
hurts.
I feel like I need to go onto Pornhub to find one. I just want to see it.
Speaking of piercings, though, I've thought about getting my ears gauged. Like not a really big gauge though. Like I don't want people to like see like the inside of my brain. Like how big some of those people's gauges are in their ears and stuff. Like I mean like I kind of just want like the idea of the accessory there. Like just like and not so much like like I'm not trying to put like a disc or a platter in my earlobe.
I wish I could try the industrial again because I was working on getting industrial, but the rings fell off like during a shift, and the holes closed by the time I got home, and I was pissed.
Oh damn! I had a fascination with industrials for a while. But I never like the only thing I ever got pierced was my nipples.
How was that?
It was cool. Like well, I learned that one nipple is more sensitive than the other. Yeah, because like the first one, and I can't even like describe it. It was like like how sometimes you anticipate something like when you're going to get a shot, right? Like if they're like we're gonna give you 3 shots today, like using the anticipation of one of the shots versus the other one, like is more heightened or more sensitive. I can't really say for sure if that was the problem. I just think that one of my nipples is actually more sensitive than the other one because like I swear to God, it felt like. I mean, you literally are getting impaled when they pierce you, but like it felt like I was getting impaled when the second one happened. I was like, oh fuck. But it was cool. I had. Let me see when initially when okay, so I got pierced. That was a long time ago. Well, I got pierced. Like I had the hoops. And then once the piercings actually healed to the point where like I could actually switch out, I did the barbells, and those are pretty freaking cool.
Nice.
The only problem is like scar tissue. Like like now I have like permanently like hard nipples because they closed up.
Oh. All right, that's good to know because like I've played with the idea of nipple piercings, but I'm very hesitant on pulling the trigger on that one.
Yeah. Would I get them pierced again? At this point, no. Like if I thought about it like after it closed up, like maybe a year or so later, I would have like gotten them redone. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, I've already done it. It's time to move on.
Mm-hmm. All the things we do to our bodies.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think piercings are hot. Maybe not the dick piercing. That's not hot.
Another thing I thought was cool, but now it's like you would definitely get judged, like getting the freaking the tramp stamp basically.
Yeah.
Like I thought those were so cool, and then like they got such a bad rep real fast, and I was like, thank God I didn't get my zodiac sign like at the small of my back.
Ass antlers.
Ass antlers.
Some people get like a piercing where the tramp stamp would be, like through the like little squishy.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Well, then again, those are people who are into like the body modifications, because how about the people who have like the big ass fucking piercings, like like in certain parts of their backs and stuff?
Yeah.
That's like, woo.
Yeah, I would not be comfortable with that. I mean, to each his own, but that's kind of like, not for me. Not for me.
Pass. Good times.
I think we traumatized Corey.
No, I'm just starting to hit that point in the night where I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying.
You're gonna turn into a gremlin?
Maybe.
Yeah, I like to call it like sensor like time aphasia, where it's like you get to that point where it's late enough for your metabolism or whatnot, that like everything is like your vision, everything starts blending together, like your words start slurring, like your neck muscles start getting weak for some apparent reason. Well, you know what I mean, like like how you like when you nod off, like.
Oh,
that,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, since we're talking about that, I guess this is a good place to wrap it up at then.
Perfect.
Right?
Wrap it up with a bow.
I'm glad you said with a bow and not something else.
With handcuffs. Fuzzy handcuffs.
This has been Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast, the flagship show for the Boss Rush Network. Before we head out, we'd like to thank you all. What?
So don't lose the key.
Definitely don't lose the key. Before we head out, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in and listening to the show. Once again, Corey, Stephanie, glad we were here to do this again for another night, for another awesome episode. Before we head out, here's how you can get with the crew and stay connected to us. Stephanie, you're up first.
People can find me at Klimov, KLIMOV _author on Instagram and Twitter. Boss Rush podcast Wednesday nights, standard def Disney edition, and my articles on bossrush.net.
All right, Corey.
You can find me at I am Corey HD on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on the Boss Rush podcast, Nintendo Power Block, and Standard Definition, and a lot of other things here on the Boss Rush Network.
All right. And as always, you can find me on social media, Twitch, YouTube, PlayStation Network, Steam, just by looking up Exodus 803. That's how you get me. Once again, we want to say thank you to everyone we love you guys, like whether you're a patron, whether you're on a free feed, stuff like that, or whether you just like the idea of just hanging out with us whenever we do this stuff. Come back and join us for another installment of Boss Rush After Dark, the show where the stuff that we talk about is not always content appropriate for our anchor shows. We love you guys and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.